Just a little disclaimer for this video, before we start this video. I just wanted to say that when we were making this face, just for the front of the video, my friend goes, "This is my mom." Okay, continuing to the video. Why, hello there, my friends. Today we are back on Theme Park Tycoon 2, and today, since I got a couple comments and a couple DMs from people on Discord to do one of the grind park tutorials without the Disable Collisions Pass, so that's what we're doing today, so let's get right into it. So the first thing you're going to do is need about $50,000 or $60,000 for this. Once again, if you watched the last video, when I first started playing this game, randomly made a ton of parks, and they were really bad, and I never used them or never finished them at all, but I always would start new ones. So I used these parks, and I got them, and I just deleted them, and I have plenty of money to use for this. But if you aren't such and you don't have this situation, you can always build this from the scratch 11K that you get, and then you delete the original park that shows up for you after the tutorial. And then you should have plenty of money. You're going to have to wait a little bit, ride by ride, but you will eventually get it, and then you'll have the grind park. He's the creepy guy in the bushes. But anyway, so you're going to start by taking the cheapest path. You're going to use this cobblestone path here and just build it all the way down like this, as far as you want. It does not really matter. So what you're going to do is, if you watched the video on Sunday, I think it went up, it's kind of the same aspect. You're still going to build the same type like this. You're still going to give the same aspect, but you're going to build the entrance and exit situation a little different like this, and then you're going to get just like this, except when you go to get the next ride, you're not going to place it right here, you're going to place it right here. That's the same ride type. Oh, come on. Why? What's going on? Couldn't you get the next ride type? 2 station segments, and up just like so. Run it a test. I'm going to run both of them a test. Are they both fine? It looks like they're both fine. They both made it up without exploding. So I'm going to be building the entrance and then the exit to this as well. And this is a little bit more difficult to do, but it's still doable. And if you don't have disable collisions, which is pretty important for a game like this, then you're going to have to get what you get. So, moving with this, you're going to keep building these rides on an angle, and it should end up sloping like this once you have all the rides. So I will see you when that is complete. Okay, so a little short notice, I think I'm going to hit the side. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on the other side and build exactly symmetrically on the other side from this to finish the rest of the rides. So, do that. Okay, so I have completed all of the rides and placed each and every ride type just like that. So now I have something that looks a little bit like this. Now what you're going to do is get the basic trees, place them like so. I'm going to place them just like this along there. And fun tip, well, this is not really fun, it's actually extremely important for park builders. If you have more lighting in your park, so say if I have plenty of lighting and everything is lit, more guests will be in the park. More guests will want to come to the park if it's lit up. So always have lights, guys. Lights are important. Another thing that is very important, another tip, is to have plenty of trash cans. Guests will not come as often if you have trash everywhere. If you don't have trash everywhere, more guests will frequently come and go to that section of the park. Continuing, your star rating will go up dramatically depending on how many food stalls you have. If you have lots of food stalls and plenty of variety, at least 3 of each type in your entire park, your park will definitely excel, and it will do good. But if you don't have as many food stalls, say not even close to one of each, you won't get as many people coming to your park. And your star rating won't be nearly as high. Most people are getting closer to their 5-star rating, and they're trying to figure out what gets them to that 5-star rating because they're almost there, only to realize they have 2 food stalls placed in. This is a common error. I've done it before when I first started playing. It doesn't happen to me anymore. It used to, but not anymore. So I need popcorn, burger, refreshing fruits, some bathrooms. And to this extent, you're probably almost out of money. So now, I have $48 left. The only thing to do is to open up all of the rides here. So I'm going open, open, open. Make sure I open all of these rides. And if you haven't already, I tested most of them, I think. But if you haven't already, make sure you test the rides too, so that they don't fly right off the track, so that they don't glitch off the track and explode. Make sure they actually can make it through the course. And then you're going to make your entrance price $16 and open up the park. Once you have done so, you can take this and you can bump them down to about $7, $6, or $5, depending on how you're feeling. And make sure you set this to everyone, because the people will buy the food stalls more if they are lower priced. Once again, you won't get as much money from them as if you would if they were overpriced, but you will get more sales on them, which means more money, pretty much. So I'm opening up this park. It will be a slow start. It will take a little bit for people to get into the park. So I'm going to be giving it a little bit for people to start flowing into these rides. So I'll see you in a second. Okay, guys, so it looks like we have gained our average customer rate of 100 right now. We aren't seeming to gain any more. It's just being steady, 110, 100, around there. It's just going back and forth. So it looks like we're about there, and it's been like 5, maybe 7 minutes, and we've gained $18,000. So that just proves how much this actually works. So let's continue on. I'm going to be building just a little bit more this way. And just like the last one with collisions, you're just going to put as many different types of flat rides and different things that you can just kind of cram in easily into this park. So right here, I'm just building this little flat ride. It's cheap. It's the cheapest there. I'm going to build some teacups. You know, just those little cheap things that you can kind of rascal up and place down are going to be fine. Once again, make sure you place plenty of trash cans and things like that. We still have to add one quick thing after we're done with this, though. There's one more thing that we need to add to attract more guests. But I need to place a light down here. So I'm going to be continuing to add different flat rides on. If you want to get more money quicker, I'm not going to be actually using this grind park because the other ones that with disable collisions work better. But I'm showing this to you guys because you wanted to see it. I'm working on this right here. I'm just placing all these flat rides down, making it just like this. Put it into intense place. Make sure you have a variety between not intense and intense. You always want that variety so that you have something for everyone. Once again, continuing with food stalls, you always want to make sure you have plenty of food stalls and a huge variety between each of them. Other stalls, try to have all these little merch things too that you can buy. Try to make those an option too, because these actually make you a lot of money. You don't realize it, but these hats, the dino hats, all that actually makes you a huge amount of money. You just don't really realize. But it makes you a lot of money. So make sure you put those down. Make sure you incorporate those within your park. The next thing we're going to add to get more guests into our little grind park to make money is you want to make sure you have plenty of benches and seats throughout your park. So I'm just going to go into here and get the cheapest bench. Oops. I'm going to place the cheapest bench. I'm just going to place them all over the place. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to look pretty. It's just there, you know. So make sure you have plenty of benches for the guests to sit on when they want to sit. And that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this. I'm going to gain a little bit more people here with those extra flat rides. If you want more people, if you want more money, make sure you place more flat rides. But if you leave this on overnight, you'll still gain an amazing amount of money. That's going to wrap it up for this video. And once again, a few tips. Make sure you have plenty of trash cans, plenty of light, plenty of places to sit, and plenty of food stalls for your guests. Also, a variety of rides will help. Not every ride can be a junior coaster. That won't really work too well. Make sure you have a variety of every single ride within the park. Thank you guys for watching. If this helped you, please like, subscribe, and turn post notifications onto the channel to see any future videos that may be on this game. And if you want a certain video done or a certain game played for a video, make sure you leave in the comment section below and subscribe to the channel, and I will make sure to do that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in a bit.